Well, hello, Fisherman's Lodge. Happy Friday. I'm doing okay. How are you doing? There's John Burgess. Happy Friday, John. Robert says, "What happened?" I'm sorry, Robert. Somebody pulled up, was talking to me, and I don't like filming people without their permission. So that was on me. I shut her down. My error, error on me. Operator error. Today's trivia: what year did YouTube start? All right, DK, you have a great Friday. Appreciate you stopping by. 2007. I forgot what my card said. Hold up. Let's see. Good morning to Nature Guy. Happy Friday. Good morning, Bryland Farms. Good morning, Billy Dismore. Yeah, it's been a while since I don't think I've been out on a live since either January or February. Hello, Sharon and Jackson. Good morning. Let's see. This card says YouTube launches video overload. Consider it a Valentine's gift to the world starting February 14th, 2005. Let's see, what was the. You said 2007. It says Valentine's Day 2005. Folks could upload as many videos as they wanted and have them be seen. YouTube, the brainchild of three former PayPal employees, instantly became one of the fastest growing sites on the web. Google paid 1.65 billion to acquire the company just 20 months into its existence. Let's see. Yeah, I'm taking me a morning walk. I need to exercise. I haven't walked in a couple of months or more, so I done got out of shape. Good morning to Jeff, driving into work. Be careful out there. Yeah, Fisherman's Lodge, I remember you. What state, Bryland Farm says, the state of emergency. I am in the state of emergency, also known as the state of confusion, also known as Alabama. Yeah, I think the last time I was out walking, it was snowing. Hello to 603 Magnet, Jason. Jason says roll tide. So you know what I'm going to say. Wrong team, Jason. War Eagle. I like Alabama, uh, except for when they play Auburn. I'm an Auburn fan, but State of Insanity. Yeah, I didn't mention that one. That's another one. Insane in the membrane. I think we talked about that last night. Yeah, we maybe once a half a century we get snow, and this was the year. Once every 50 years, and this was the year we got 8 inches in one day. Something never been done around here that I know of. Yeah, Charles Barkley is probably my second favorite basketball player of all time behind Larry Bird. But yeah, I watched him when he was at Auburn. The round mound of rebound, number 34. Good morning to Maiden. Good morning to Kirk. Hope everybody's day has got started off good this Friday, May the 2nd, 2025 edition. I, I've been thinking about benedictions, what to talk about in May. I've been thinking about prayers and benedictions, and kind of a benediction I've been thinking about is this is the month of May, so I've been thinking about may you have this and may you have that in this month. And today I just been thinking about may you experience a lot of things that make you smile today, and may you give someone else something to smile about today as well. That's kind of what was on my heart today, just the smiling theme. We all could use something to smile about, so I pray you can think about things that'll make you smile, experience things that make you smile today, and then turn around and make somebody else smile. Alabama spelled backwards is Amabala. That's right. Yeah, I don't think you was here, Jeff. I was talking about palindromes earlier. Um, that was part of my, things that talking about things that make you smile. And my illustration or my example is a surfer had sent me. I don't collect Pokemon. I've never ripped a pack of Pokemon. I don't know nothing about Pokemon, but I've watched other people do it. And one time he was ripping some, and I seen one that was a palindrome. Eevee, Eevee, same forward and backwards, Eevee. So he sent it to me, and it made me smile. It's just little things. I mean, you can do big things that make people smile, of course, but we all can find at least something little. Talk about something that somebody, you know, you have in common, make them smile. There's just unlimited things we can do to make people smile. But that was just one of my examples. Most people know I like palindromes, and he sent me a palindrome car, which is really cool. I'm sorry I'm missing some of the chat. I got zero sleep last night, so like my eyes are pretty. They don't want to stay open. Kirk says he wished he was on the walk instead of being at work. I was I dropped a short this morning. It was my brother. He Last night I came across a video he had made, and that's part of the reason I didn't sleep, because that was. But he was talking about how did he word it? I can't think now how he worded it, but he said he passed away this past November. So, but he said in it, he said life is short, and he was talking about doing something that makes others smile, doing something that makes people happy. And that thought just kept going through my mind. And that's something, last night I was watching this girl draw on YouTube. All right, I say girl, it's a woman, but, it was awesome. It was beautiful drawing. I can't do that. That's not my call. That's not my gift. My brother could draw. He was a great artist. I can't draw a stick figure. There's things we gifted at we can do There's things we're not gifted at that we can't do, but there ain't nobody that can't make somebody else smile. We all can be that person. And sorry you didn't get much sleep, Sharon. We need sleep. I know I'm not a good example of that today, but those are cool right there. And flowers make me smile. Think about different things that make me smile. There's Pastor Ken. Yeah, I tried to smell them. They don't really, which my allergies are messed up. They may have a scent, but I ain't picking up on it. But I'm admiring the beauty of them for sure. Where's Pastor Ken? But my brother said life is short, and you know how true that is. And I was thinking of, I don't know if y'all seen the Pastor Ken's here, so he's a baseball guy, but I don't know if y'all seen the Cubs the other night was playing the Pirates, and they had a fan to fall out of the stands from like 20 feet high, and he landed on his head. And I haven't heard an update on him. You know, prayers. But you know that when that guy walked into the game though, that wasn't on his mind. You know, hopefully he don't pass away, but you never know. And you know, I pray that you know he gets better. I don't know, but there's Cash and Dad. Yeah, I read the joke. I'm not good on retelling jokes, so I'd retell it, Jeff. But he did send it to me. I read it. How's Cash and Dad doing today? Hope you're having a good Friday. May the 2nd, 2025 edition. But I was telling people earlier why I like palindromes, you know, Evie, E-E-V-E-E, same forward and backwards. But I was kind of breaking it down why I like palindromes. One of the reasons that I'm a fan of palindromes is, to me, it's like a picture of consistency. Um, you know, when I think of palindromes, I think about forward and backwards, the same forward and backwards. Consistency, right? I mean, you scan it back and forth, it's the same. And I think we should be like that. And I think sometimes we fail at that. But I know God is always consistent. I mentioned this earlier, one of my favorite verses is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8. It says, Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever. So he's true yesterday, he's true today, he's true tomorrow. He's faithful yesterday, he's faithful today, he's faithful tomorrow. He don't change. But number one, there is a God. Number two, we're not him. So we have some inconsistencies about us, but you know, I think we should strive to be more consistent, including being more kind, smile more. Um, All right, Kurt, have a great day. And I appreciate your profession. I always say teachers, I think you corrected me the last time I said that teachers are underpaid. So I remember you saying that. I was listening, but I still believe for the most part teachers are underpaid, underappreciated. But they have one of the most important jobs there is. So I appreciate what you do. I appreciate your military service, of course, but I also appreciate your teaching service. Shout out to Daisy May. I don't know if Daisy May saw, she got a shout out from Zach's Collections yesterday. I don't know if she saw it or not, but I'll put that out there. But Robert used the word earlier, support, and thinking about that word support makes me smile. You know, y'all have all been on something that's very sturdy. Let's say a porch, for instance, a very sturdy porch, very well-built porch, great architect, you know, no signs of wear, just sturdy, the support that it brings. And then you've also been on one maybe that was not very supportive. And, you know, we need to support each other. And that's what I like about some of the people I've met on YouTube, are great supporters. Robert used that word supporter. That makes me smile. I've been thinking about things that make me smile. When somebody encourages, I can't talk this morning, encourages you, you know, will make you smile. Nitro's Farm, good morning. Taking the daughter to the bus, getting on the cheese wagon, all right. Those bring, I'm going back to my youth again, talking about the school bus. That brings back memories that make me smile. Riding the school bus, a lot of smiles there. Shadow knows. But she says she's taking her daughter to the bus. Children make me smile, man. Children are awesome. Like God is Great was talking about volunteering for the children. That makes me smile. Oh yeah, cousins, that makes a difference, that's for sure. I don't remember having any cousins on the bus. My brother was on the bus with me, so that was good. Yeah, children are a blessing. You know, we live in a mixed world that you can just tell by listening to some people that consider children as a burden. But children aren't a burden, children are a blessing. That's a good, I agree with that 100%. Sometimes people forget we were all children. Ain't nobody, with the exception of Adam and Eve, we all got belly buttons. But I pray that may y'all that are listening find a lot to smile about today. And I realize, you know, that there's probably very few days that I've had where I've just smiled the whole time, you know. I mean, most days I have something that don't go your way, but it still don't define the day. I believe every day is a good day and every day is a gift. Even though not everything goes your way during the day, every day is a blessing. So I pray your day today makes you smile on the second day of May 2025. Friday makes you smile. That sounds like a guy that has weekends off. I already sung my smiling songs this morning. I could only think of a few. Y'all can help me if you want. Songs that contain smile in either the title or just in the song anywhere. But I was singing a few of them this morning. What did I sing? Tim McGraw, just to see you smile, I'd do anything. Bad English, when I see you smile, I can face the world. What else? But I haven't really been walking too much for the last 3 or 4 months, and it's telling on me. I'm struggling. I'm huffing and puffing as I'm walking here. Sorry if it's sorry if I sound nasally on y'all's end, but just being transparent here. I'm not in the shape I need to be in. I'll tell you something that don't make me smile is littering. I'm not a littering fan. I believe we ought to leave the world better than we found it, to the best of our ability. Thinking about the kids, the next generation. If you don't take care of the earth, you junk it up, then that's going to be on the next generation. It ain't really fair. I heard a quail. I think that's the first quail I've heard this morning. I've heard several other kinds. But every time I watch traffic, I think about, everybody's going somewhere. As I watch people go up and down the roads, I think about everybody's going somewhere, and then I think about us as people, same thing. Oh yeah, I love listening to the birds, the variety, the singing, and then sometimes I get to wonder what are they saying, you know? Because they're definitely just like us, like I'm doing now. They're communicating just in their own language, but like, are they like us and talking about the weather, you know, or what they're gonna have for supper? I can't see. Oh, good morning, Nature Dog Realms. I can see that. But happy Friday to Nature Dog Realms. Friday, what did I say? May the 2nd. I pray your day holds a lot of things that make you smile and that you can make somebody else smile during this day as well. Here's something that might make you smile. All right, y'all see this humongous pothole, right? Here's another one over here. See what y'all think about this idea. I've shared it before with some of the previous co-walkers with me, but I was thinking about, like, you know, in these potholes, you know, that have the dirt underneath the asphalt. I was thinking about like planting like a rose bush or something in the pothole and seeing how high it'll grow up before they patched it up. What y'all think? Good morning to Joanne Salas. I'm kind of walking in this, not directly into the sun, but I can't see the chat too much because of the sun. So if I snob you, it's not intentional, I promise. Growing up as a kid, I was shy, so I didn't talk a lot. So I probably got accused of being a snob a lot, you know, or stuck up because of, you know, not talking. And I still have my shy ways about me, but anyhow, I'm not a snob. So if I'm not talking to you, it's because I can't see you. It's not because I'm being rude. You like that idea? I either could put like flowers in them or fish heads. You know, the fish heads. Fish heads, roly poly fish heads. Fish heads, eat them up, yum. Hey, here's something that'll make you. You grab these. They're kind of wet, but that gave me a semi smile, I guess. So y'all have potholes where you're at too, huh? It ain't just the Alabama thing. Full of potholes. One time I was uh, watching a Dirk Remington. He was driving somewhere in on the interstate, and he hit a pothole. That was the first time I've seen somebody hit a pothole live on television. Well, it definitely makes me smile to know that I made you smile. That's what it's all about. We're supposed to make each other smile. And I know life ain't all smiles. You know, I know we can't smile 24/7, 365, but I believe we can smile more than we do. I can, anyhow. I can't speak for other people. I can speak for me, though. I can smile more. Joanne Salas. Oh, Salas is a palindrome. Is that your last name, Joanne? I love palindromes, and your last name, if that's your last name, is a palindrome, Salas. And there's a baseball player. I want to say his name was Todd Salas. But Salas is a palindrome. That's cool. I want a palindrome last name. I'm jealous. Hello to Aries World. There's another pothole to put me a rose plant in. Y'all got any recommendations as to what kind of, I said roses, but you think something else will grow better in the pothole than roses? What is a traditional pothole plant? What's the best plant that'll grow in a pothole? I might could transport one of these over here. I could put some of those in there. What you think? Creeping Charlie. Who is that? Creepy. There's a creepy Charlie around, but he's a dude. I ain't gonna put him. I ain't gonna put creepy Charlie down in the pothole. I've never heard of creeping Charlie though. Hello, Mr. Wolfpack, the only Wolfpack. Interesting name, but happy Friday to you. It's a weed, kind of like kudzu or something. Invasive. I just got one of these thorns stuck in my cap. That's an error right there. Yeah, they do look like carnations. Yeah, carnations are awesome. I used to be a produce floral manager one time, so I know about some carnations, roses, baby's breath. There's Landon. Landon Custom Classics. Happy Friday, Landon. Landon's got a mohawk. Landon is sporting the mohawk. I like it. I've never had a mohawk, Landon. I got Nature Dog Realms knows. I got one of them watermelon heads. It just don't look cool to. Some heads just weren't made for a mohawk, and I got one of those. At least that's my opinion. But hello to Foothills of Appalachia. Happy Friday. Y'all keep talking to me while I can't see. The sun is shining right on the screen. Yeah, white roses are beautiful. Well, all roses are beautiful. Now the yellow rose of Texas, that's a beauty. I've never read that quote, but I like it. With great mohawk comes great responsibility. That may be why I've never had one. The weight of the responsibility there. Ain't nobody, which I've missed some of the chats, so maybe somebody made some suggestions, but I was talking about songs that either had the word smile in the title or talked about smiling within the song. And I sung a few, but I don't remember nobody throwing any out there to encourage me to not, to not, I mean, to sing. Next pet, middle name Carnation. I like that. Happy Friday, Scott Urban. Scott, don't call me Keith Urban. I don't know any Keith Urban songs, or I would sing one. I know some, but I can't think right now. But Scott is in Michigan, if I remember right. So hello, happy Friday to Scott. Yeah, I sung Just to See You Smile, that Tim McGraw song. Matter of fact, I sung it, and I think a possum ran as fast as I've ever seen after I sung it. I sung Just to See You Smile, and it was like it was gone. Yeah, I sung that one too. Bad English. Bad English. Y'all got two of them that I sung already. Uh, just to see you smile, I'd do anything. And then when I see you smile, I can face the world. I sung those. I might have sung one more, but I guess we need more songs that talk about smiling. I thought about Don't Worry, Be Happy. That's, right along the same lines. It is a beautiful sunny morning for sure. Yeah, I like a lot of Tim McGraw songs. Yeah, we was talking about that earlier this morning. Somebody mentioned Indian Outlaw. I sung a little bit of, I don't think I sung, but I talked about Don't Take the Girl. Uh, I'm not going to sing Rubber Ducky. You do a good job with that one, Aries. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. Smiling is contagious for sure. That's why I say today, I pray, may you find a lot of things to smile about today, and may you find somebody else to make smile today. The contagiousness of smiling. Usually, like when we think of that word contagious, I know I do. Whenever I think of the word contagious, I think of bad, like somebody mentioned COVID earlier, or the flu or the cold. You know, you think about things contagious, you think about bad things, but there's good contagious, and laughter is a good contagious. But the world could use more laughter. I mean, I do believe there's a time for seriousness, and I know life ain't all smiles. You know, there's a time to laugh and a time to mourn, like the Bible says. But but I think we have a lot of times where we should be smiling when we're not. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Morgan Wallen. I've heard the name, but I'm not too familiar. I probably know some songs, but I'm not a. I couldn't name one song. I've heard the name though. I usually tell at least a few jokes while I'm walking, but I've had no sleep, so like my brain is not functioning good at all. Landon is confessing that he's a Toys R Us kid. Me too. I don't want to grow up. Peter Pan, man. The Peter Pan mentality. Favorite song from the 60s? I'm not from the 60s, so I can't answer that question. That's before my time, Scott. What is my favorite song from the 60s, though? That's a good question. I'll sing some Black Crows since the Black Crows are flying over. They're not from the 60s, though. Pretty little thing, let me light your candle. I forgot the lyrics of that. I'm so sleepy. Yeah, I believe in singing from the heart. That's why I don't, mind singing, just because I know I can. I'm not. I know that singing is not my gift. Not my talent. I know I'm like tone deaf, out of key. I joke with people. I say, I sing backup. You know, in the group, I sing backup. I sing and everybody backs up. But like you said about singing from the heart, I believe we should sing from the heart because I believe that's what God listens to. He don't. You can sing like a bird, like a beautiful, and do it for the wrong reasons. But Fisherman's Lodge says he will be live later walking about. All right. I think I put the poll out there. Do you like to go walking? So hopefully everybody's voted. I don't have any stickers to give out, but I see where 11 people have voted. So thank you for your vote. Um, I didn't campaign much, but I do appreciate each and every one of your votes. Uh, I'm looking forward to winning this election. I'd like to thank all the little people. I definitely need some sleep. You're right. I'm delirious. 23 pets. Mostly chickens. Okay. What else do you have besides chickens? If that's not too in, inquisitive, whatever word I'm looking for. 2 horses, 2 dogs, and 1 cat. So 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. You said 23. So you have 18 chickens. Is that? I think the most. Seems like the most chickens I ever had at one time was 30 something. I think, but I don't have any now. Kind of miss them though. Yeah, I remember watching your hatching video. That was fun. Oh yeah, back to. I'm sorry, Scott. You asked that question like 10 minutes ago. See, he done making me feel guilty now. He's done moved on to anybody else. He asked me, now he's saying anyone. Does anybody have a favorite song from the '60s? Oh man. Well, I was singing "Here Comes the Sun" earlier. I like that song. Beatles. You know, you got to mention the Beatles if you go back to the '60s. But I don't know about my favorite. Satisfaction. I can get no satisfaction. But that's kind of like the opposite of what I'm talking about this morning, so I can't sing that. Because if you don't get no satisfaction, you won't be smiling. You'll be like frowning all the time. Do you butcher chickens too, Nitros? Oh, Wonderful World's a great song. I love that song. Louis Armstrong. And I think to myself, what a. I can't do that. Hurting my throat. The twist. Toys R Us. Yeah, remember Jeffrey the giraffe? Yeah, my favorite decade for music is '80s, but I like some '60s music. '70s is probably my least favorite decade for music. But I used to go. I used to love going to Toys R Us with my brother, and we'd look at all the different things. We usually hit the board games the hardest. I guess we're big board game fans. So That'd be the main area we'd hang out. What's everybody's favorite board game of all time? You know, because of, and I'm looking at a phone right now, but because of phones and the such, people don't play board games as much as they used to. So we need to bring back the board games. I know they're still out there. I know people still play them, but we need to make them popular again. Monopoly. I love Monopoly. Only thing I don't like about Monopoly is it takes a while. Patient people, good at Monopoly. Impatient people, not so much. But Boardwalk and Park Place, those were always my goals. Your husband did cull one rooster that was extremely aggressive and hurting the hens. Okay. Yeah, same for me. And I didn't enjoy it. I don't have a problem with killing, things if you're going to eat them. But it just, I guess, ain't for me. I could do it, I guess, if I had to, but I've done it a few times, and that was it. Giselle McKenzie, who in the world? You done threw me a curveball right there. I struck out on that one. 1960. I'll have to look that one up. Trivial Pursuit. I played a little bit Trivial Pursuit, but not much. I played a lot of Battleship. That was one of mine and my brother's games. You sunk my battleship. Gazelle McKenzie. I've never heard of her. I guess it's a her. I've heard of Doug and what was the other McKenzie? McKenzie brothers. There's a deer. Oh, I missed him. I showed the early morning people a possum crossing the road, and I could have showed y'all that deer. You may have seen it, but it went by really fast. Do you have a moose in your area, Nitros? I was watching somebody show some moose yesterday, and that thing was huge. Good morning to Yoda. Happy Friday. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm pretty ignorant on my Canadian geography, so I'll have to look at that more, I guess. Will you sigh with me when I'm sad, smile with me when I'm glad? It's not ringing a bell. No, it's not a. Some areas are steep inclines, Yoda, but not this particular area. I probably sound like I'm going up a steep incline though. I done got out of shape. I haven't went walking in several months. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look that song up, Nature Dog, and it's not ringing a bell though. Did anybody? I was thinking about games that me and my brother used to like playing. Later on, when we got older, a game we liked to play was called Balderdash. Anybody remember that game? That was a pretty neat game. You had to you had to like come up with three. I think it was three stories. Like tell three different stories, and I can't remember now if it was two were false and one was true, or vice versa. But anyhow, it was you had to get the person to guess which one was either true or false. I can't remember now though. Ghost Town. I know that song. That's a good '80s song. Aries World. That's a Cheap Trick song. Might be a '90s. Either late '80s, early '90s. Cheap Trick. Let's see. How did it go? It's like a ghost town. Baby, can't you see? It's like a ghost town till you come back to me. I have heard of that one. What did the triangle say to the circle? You were pointless. Hello to Notorious PIG. Happy Friday. Thank you for going to my video. Hope you're having a great day. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hope your day is filled with smiles and you can fill somebody else's day with smiles. Make somebody else smile. There's some more of those carnation-esque flowers, whatever they are. Now, see, there's somebody that makes me laugh. Somebody that makes me smile. Fabian, the undrafted player. Fabian says he has one goal: to escape from the office job. All right, Foothills of Appalachia. I hope you have a great day. Appreciate you stopping by. 4 flights of stairs, no elevator. That could be good. That could be bad. According to, oh, I almost fell. That could have been good or bad too. Those are awesome. Well, Whoever's leaving has a great day, great Friday. Yeah, yeah. I talk about that sometimes in my lives. About I don't remember who all I've told about. I think I've talked to Aries about this before, but one of my favorite things is like when somebody falls. It's just the look right before they fall that they get on their face. I guess is what makes me laugh the most. Now don't don't frown on me. I'm talking about smiling. Don't frown on me because I don't like seeing people get hurt. So if you fall and get hurt, I'm not gonna laugh or try not to anyhow. Um, but if I know the person is not injured, it's just something about falls. That's like if I watch America's Funniest Videos, or that's one of the things I'll be looking for is somebody somebody falling. Am I wrong for that? I'm starting to feel guilty now. Yeah, when they don't get hurt, that's right. Because I know, I've had that experience. You just be walking around in the yard, you step in a pothole, or you step in something, fall down, and it's funny. And you look around, you see if anybody's seen you fall. But my public service announcement, if anybody's still here, I've mostly talked about things that make me smile. But something that don't make me smile is littering. Uh, I'm not a big person that talks about pet peeves a lot, but littering is definitely on my list of, I guess you would file it under pet peeves. Um, not a fan of littering. All right, usually I don't talk about the statistics, but I see where 20 people thumbs up and only 14 voted. Oh, these do smell like roses. I can smell them now. Does anybody out there have a watch on? Just curious what time it is. 8:05. So I've been walking for over an hour and a half now. Interesting. Just to see you smile. Oh, me. Oh, good morning, Share Bear. Happy Friday, May the 2nd, 2025 edition. Share Bear, I hope you find a lot of things that make you smile today, and may you find somebody else to make smile as well. That's another thing that makes me smile is bumblebees. Bumblebees usually make me smile, except for that one time. Bumblebees don't usually sting you, generally, but there was that one time, like a little tiny, like the smallest bumblebee I think I've ever seen. He like went up my shirt and got trapped, and I guess he panicked and bit me. So that's my one horror story about a bumblebee. But most of the time, bumblebees make me smile. Spray painted your car? What in the world? I wish I could draw. I'd draw like this picture, like the sun shining off the water. It seems like I remember somebody saying something about a spray painted car, but I'm fuzzy on it, I guess. I guess that would be an unintentional spray painted car. Sounds like. Well, not, I mean, unintentional on your side. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Well, the poll was complete 16 votes. 16 votes for yes. Everybody likes to go walking. It's unanimous. So I hope everybody gets to go walking at some point today, or if not today, sometimes this weekend. Get out there, enjoy your nature. Nature makes me feel close to God. But I appreciate everybody that stopped by today. It means a lot. Hope everybody smiles today a lot and makes other people smile as well. Just want to remind everybody that I love everybody and I don't hate anybody, and it's all because of somebody who died for me. But y'all have a great day. Happy Friday. God bless. And I hope to see you somewhere down the road.